Dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the client's expectation from SAP S/4HANA Simple Finance Consultant. In our previous videos, we have discussed about why to learn Simple Finance module and what are all the prerequisites and basic requirements for learning S/4HANA Simple Finance module. And also we have discussed about the advantages of learning Simple Finance module, and in our latest video we have discussed about who can learn Simple Finance module. Now in this video we are going to discuss about what are all the different expectations of the clients from the Simple Finance consultants. So today we are going to discuss about different clients' expectations from SAP S/4HANA Simple Finance consultants in the real-time projects. Now I want to discuss each and everything in detail in this video regarding the expectations of the clients from the Simple Finance consultants, and we are going to discuss what are all the clients' expectations in detail one by one. The first responsibility is the consultants, that means Simple Finance consultants are responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in general ledger accounting, which includes creation and maintenance of general ledger accounts, creation and maintenance of various exchange rates, creation and maintenance of various bank master data, creation and maintenance of various organizational units, creation and maintenance of various currencies, creation and maintenance of various document types and number ranges. That means all the Simple Finance consultants should be highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configurations in the general ledger accounting, and we know already, and we have already discussed about the different general ledger accounting configurations, which includes creation and maintenance of general ledger accounts, followed by creation and maintenance of various exchange rates, followed by creation and maintenance of various bank master data, followed by creation and maintenance of various organizational units, followed by creation and maintenance of various currencies based on the requirement, and also the consultants are highly responsible for creation and maintenance of various document types and number ranges in the S/4HANA Simple Finance system. So this is one of the major expectations from the client's point of view. So therefore all the consultants should be very strong in the general ledger accounting configurations, which includes creation and maintenance of the above discussed topics in detail, and they should have the capability to implement this different general ledger accounts, and they should have the capability to implement different exchange rates. They should have the capability to implement and creation of bank master data. They should have the capability and they should have to implement various organizational units, and they should have to maintain various currencies, and they should have the responsibility for maintaining various document types and number ranges. So this is one of the topmost responsibility that is expected from the client's point of view. And one more responsibility is these simple finance consultants are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in both account payables and accounts receivables module, which includes creation and maintenance of various business partners, posting of invoices and payments using special GL transactions, and reversing of invoices for payments, configuration of the automatic payment program, both for vendors and customers, defining the customizing settings for the payment medium workbench, that is payment terms, defining terms of payment and payment types, performing the integration with procurement and sales. So this is also one of the major responsibility of simple finance consultants. What are the main responsibility here? They are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in both accounts payables and accounts receivable modules of SAP system, which includes creation and maintenance of various business partners, which includes posting of invoices and payments using special GL transactions, and similarly reversing of invoices for payments, configuration of the automatic payment program, that is APP, for both vendors and customers in AR and AP modules. And also they are highly responsible for defining the customizing settings for the payment medium workbench. They are also highly responsible for defining the terms of payment and different payment types and performing the integration with procurement and sales. That means integrating this finance module between procurement and sales, that is and sales and distribution module. This is also one of the high level responsibility expected from the simple finance consultants in the real time scenarios based on the client's requirement. And the third responsibility is these simple finance consultants are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in asset accounting, which includes creation and maintenance of chart of depreciation and the depreciation areas, and also they are highly responsible for creation and maintenance of various asset classes and various asset master data, configuration of FI asset accounting, that is integration of FI asset accounting, and then business processes and different business processes in the SAP system, and then setting up of valuation and depreciation, performing periodic and year-end closing processes, configuration of parallel accounting. So these are all very important responsibility from the SAP simple finance consultants in the real-time environment. In other words, this is also one of the expectations of the clients from the simple finance consultants in handling the real-time projects using S4 Hana simple finance module. Once again, I will explain you the responsibility of these consultants. The third point is very important. The simple finance consultants are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in asset accounting, which includes creation and maintenance of chart of depreciation and the depreciation areas, and also creation and maintenance of various asset classes and different asset master data, and also they are highly responsible for implementing the end-to-end configuration of finance and asset accounting business processes in the SAP system, and also they are highly responsible for setting up of valuation and depreciation, and also they are highly responsible for performing periodic and year-end closing processes, and also they are highly responsible for the configuration of parallel accounting. So these are all the major expectations from the clients in order to implement this simple finance project in the real time. So there are many major responsibilities the clients are expecting from the simple finance consultants in order to design, in order to execute, in order to support, and in order to implement, and in order to handle the entire simple finance projects. Now what is the fourth major responsibility? The fourth point is this simple finance consultants are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in financial closing, which includes exchange rate valuation during the month and year end month and year end, and then month and year end closing in financial accounting, creating balance sheet, creating profit and loss statements, posting of accruals using accrual documents, and then posting of recurring entry documents and managing the posting periods. So this is also one of the responsibility of simple finance consultants to handle the simple finance projects in the real time scenario. So once again I will be explaining the fourth point. So they are highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in financial closing, which includes exchange rate valuation during the month end and also during the year end closing in the financial accounting side, and creating balance sheet configuration, by creating balance sheet based on the requirement, and creating profit and loss statements, and also posting of accruals using accrual documents, and then creation of recurring entry documents, and also in managing the posting periods based on the requirements. So these are all the responsibilities for SAP S4 HANA Simple Finance Consultants. In the real time, they have to handle all the responsibilities for the clients, and in other words, the clients are also expecting more and more responsibilities from the simple finance consultant in order to handle the entire end-to-end projects in the simple finance environment. So in this video, we have discussed about the important responsibilities for simple finance consultants, and also in other words, what are the expectations of the clients from the simple finance consultants in order to design, in order to implement, in order to execute, and in order to support this simple finance projects in the real-time environment. So there are lot more responsibilities, and similarly there are lot more expectations from the clients from the simple finance consultants. We have discussed different responsibilities of simple finance consultants, like we have discussed all the different responsibilities starting from general ledger accounting end-to-end configurations, and then followed by end-to-end configurations in both accounts payables and accounts receivable models, and also we have discussed about the end-to-end configuration in asset accounting, and also we have discussed about the end-to-end configuration in financial closing. So these are all the major responsibilities for each and every simple finance consultants in order to deliver the end-to-end simple finance projects in the real-time environment. So in this video, I think you people are very clear about what are all the different roles and responsibilities of simple finance consultants, and what are all the exact expectations of the clients from the simple finance consultants in order to deliver the end-to-end projects in the simple finance module as well. So these are all the different responsibilities and different expectations from the client's point of view from the simple finance consultants in order to deliver the end-to-end simple finance projects in the real time, and they should have to have very strong end-to-end configurations starting from general ledger accounting to accounts payables and accounts receivables, and then they should be very strong in the end-to-end configuration in asset accounting, and also they should be very strong in handling the end-to-end configuration in financial closing. So these are all the major requirements of the clients from the simple finance consultants, and the simple finance consultants are highly responsible for designing, they are highly responsible for implementing, they are highly responsible for supporting, and also they are highly responsible for executing the end-to-end simple finance projects based on the client's requirements. And then one more important responsibility is also I want to explain here. They are also highly responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in cost center accounting, which includes setting up of controlling areas, activating various controlling components, creation and maintenance of cost center standard hierarchy, and then they have to configure different cost center groups, and they have to configure different cost center planning, and then they are responsible for the configuration of cost center actual posting, and then cost center accounting reports. So this is also one of the major responsibility of the simple finance consultants in the real-time environment. So there are many responsibilities for the simple finance consultants. Now we have discussed about 5 different responsibilities, and then there are many more responsibilities are also for the simple finance consultants. What is the next responsibility? Responsible for handling the end-to-end configuration in profit center accounting, which includes activating profit center accounting, creation and maintenance of profit center standard hierarchy, and then profit center groups, creation and maintenance of profit center actual postings, and then creation of profit center accounting reports. So this is also one of the major responsibility of the simple finance consultants. And then one more responsibility is they are highly responsible for implementing SAP Activate methodology, namely different scenarios of migration, and then they are highly responsible for system conversion, and they are highly responsible for landscape transformation, and they are highly responsible for new implementation, and they are highly responsible for handling different phases in the Activate methodology. So this is also one of the major responsibility of the simple finance consultant. And one more responsibility is they are highly responsible for handling end-to-end Fiori interface configuration and customization, because we are handling everything using Fiori applications. So this is also one of the responsibility of the simple finance consultants to handle the end-to-end Fiori interface configuration and customization in the real-time environment. So these are all the major responsibilities of the S4 HANA simple finance consultants in the real-time environment. So all the consultants should be very strong in the above discussed responsibilities, then only they are able to implement this S4HANA simple finance projects successfully for the clients. So there are many different responsibilities we have discussed today. So each and every consultant should be very thorough, and they should be very strong in the above discussed responsibilities. Then only they can be able to implement these simple finance projects very effectively for the clients. So they should be highly responsible for this Activate methodology implementation, because in our ECC system we are using the ASAP methodology, but in S4 HANA we are using the SAP Activate methodology, and many different scenarios of migrations and system conversion, and also they should be highly responsible for handling this landscape transformation as well. And if the clients are implementing the S4 HANA simple finance from the scratch, and they have to concentrate in the new implementation, and then they have to handle different phases in the Activate methodology, and I will explain very clearly about the different phases in the Activate methodology in my later videos. Okay, and then I want to tell about myself to you people. I am Raja. I am having more than 20 plus years of experience in the SAP industry, and I have worked as a consultant, I have worked as a practice head, and also I have worked as a delivery head for many crucial projects. And then I got more than 5 plus years of I got more than 5 plus years of experience in the Middle East and European countries handling Middle East and European clients. And regarding my certification areas, I have done my certification in finance and I have done my certification in BPC, that is Business Process Planning and Consolidation. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Finance. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Logistics module, and also I have completed my certification in SAP Central Finance S4 HANA Central Finance module. And recently I have completed my certification in Business and Revenue Innovation Management module, that is SAP Hybris module. So in this video, we have discussed very clearly about different roles and responsibilities of the simple finance consultants in the real-time projects, and we have discussed about lot more responsibilities starting from FI to the end of CO. So all the consultants should have to have very strong implementation experience in the above discussed topics, then only they can be able to implement, they can be able to execute, they can be able to support, they can be able to design the entire end-to-end process in the SAP S4 HANA Simple Finance module for the clients based on their requirements. Thank you.